doing without an inner class, anonymous. But you could stay with the number one first item for the lab, okay? Okay, so that's it. So this is, comment this. That's it. Or I could do all of them in this one. So I am just adding action listener and creating it and defining it. All three steps is going to be done in that line I just commented. That is called anonymous class. Anonymous way of doing it. Okay, leave it like that. Now we're going to list list, we went through that. List test. List is something like this. In this case, when you pick that, the event is the item change will change the color of the panel. No big deal. Let's see how that works. We don't need this anymore. Okay, list frame. The list frame. Okay, the name of the listener is different. List selection listener, list selection event. So it's like item listener, action listener. This is list selection listener. All this stuff is coming from API. You can't mess with this. You just use it. Okay, that's really fine. List selection model also there. That means you could select only one or multiple from a list. That's a model.
So in order to work, we have to import all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Like all of that needs to be imported in order for it to work?
Yeah, in order to do this example, yeah, you need all this. All this is important. Yeah. So here we're going to create a list of color list, and J list with the color. We're going to see that. So before that, you come up with the name of these colors. Put it in an array called color names. Then you have this is the name of the color, this is the real color. When you say black, blue, it's not going to come to you. So you have to say, I'm going to make a parallel array with the real color. Real color is coming from the color class.
Oh, okay.
That black, so you will get it if you use exact in that. See? That's
Question.
It's uppercase, yeah.
Let's say if we are creating a list for the names, like names of the students or
Okay.
people. So do we do names dot?
Or you do something like line number 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the second part? The
Line number 18?
yeah.
You don't need it because this is the color coming from the system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for people's name, we just type it. Computer. We don't need computer to come up with people's name.
Why do we need the first one, color names, Eric? Because the color is coming.
Yeah, but then how do the users see which color? Users supposed to select something.
Oh, it's for
So that is for the user to display. You'll see that. Good, very good question. This is for, see, this line number 15, 15, 16, 17 is the reason you got this black, blue, not the color, this name of the color.
Oh, okay.
Then the color changing, then it become black because go to the color class and get the black color and change the panel. See that. So you need line number 18, a color. That color is the built-in class. You need that. Okay? Very good. Then you have the constructor. Flow layout means go from left to right. In this case, only one component. We don't care about that. List is here. We're going to put the color names in the list. Look at that. This is the list with color names. If you add more colors, this list is going to be bigger. That's it. No big deal. You could have list of students. In that case, when you click, maybe if you want to put their picture in a panel, you could do that. Select it. Then the picture supposed to be image icon linking. You have pictures of all your friends or relatives. Then you could make a J list, and when you click, then the picture will load into that. That's a good and simple example. Okay, now color list visible, row count 5 means you say 5. You could see 5 items. Of course, if you could go up and down to see rest of them. Otherwise,
Like
it's going to be
we will see 5 items at a
5
time.
items at a time. Okay, now combo selection more single selection. See that? That means now you cannot select more than one. If I click shift and it's not going to work. See? If you change this to multi-mode, it is going to be multi-selection also. See? Multiple interval selection. Then we have an example here. See that? Okay? This is only one. Then you adding that to the frame in this case. Yeah, everything is connected to the frame. It's added. Now, see, you taking care of the add list selection listener. Now we kind of are making it easy without an inner class. See, it's anonymous class. See that? Okay, since you know a list selection listener will come and do it. So what are you going to say? I need to add a selection listener to my list. How you do that? See, this is anonymous class. Instead of I'm creating another class inside the class, since only one method, one line, you're going to just call them line number 40. Okay, new list selection listener. That will come and override line number 43, 40. What is that? Anytime the value change in the list, that means if you pick another item in the list, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go to the colors array and pick the selected color and set the background. See, that set background is the one changing the color. Set background. So get selected index will give you index 0, 1, 2, 3. If you selecting black, that means index 0. Dark gray means index 3. Got it? That's the one. So this is similar to you're going to say line number 45. Get content pane, dot set background color 3. Color 3 is what? Color 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3. Dark green. That's what you're asking. So that color comes. That's what you're doing. Here you're doing anonymous in the class. That's it. That's why it's a semicolon here. See that? Your class, all these 3 pieces happening in one line, which is powerful. In the class, you say, I'm not giving any name. I'm just doing it in the same line. So 1, 2, 3, all happening in line number 38. See, I'm going to add the list selection listener. That's why I'm creating it in line number 40. Creating it, adding it, overriding it. All one line, which is going up to line number 49. Or you could create an inner class, then create an object, then register. Here everything is happening. Line number 38 is kind of registering is. Line number 40 is another fast way to do line number 2, and line number 42 to down is the anonymous class. But it's working, that's the main thing. Okay? The real color changing is happening this way. Nothing else. Same thing if you want to play with the multiple selection at a time, and the next example will show you. You can change two colors same time anyway, but this is going some other way. See, now we are moving this, guys. So you have one list in the left side and another list in the right side. Your job is to select one, copy. See, select one, copy, become. Since you have multi-mode, you could select one, hold the control key and select another one, copy. See, two pieces. Or you could click and control A there and copy everybody. See, that's the idea. Or you could hold shift and do like this. You know what I'm talking about. All that only because of this. Because of why? That's it. You say selection model supposed to be multiple interval selection. Instead of single, you say give me multiple. Single. See? Single selection means one. Multiple interval selection means. Can we understand? That's it. Of course, in order to see something happening, you need to move stuff from that's what. Now, let's see. These are the colors. J list, color list, copy J list. That's the second list. So, that. See, color J list is this one. This is the copy J list. See, line 50. Of course, you need a copy button. That is line number 16. Copy button. This is you declaring all that stuff. Now you go to the constructor and you're making it happen. So flow layout means left to right. That's what you need. Now you're going to say, yeah, color list, color names. All the colors are listing here. Line number 27. Line number 28. Set visible row count 5. You know that. 5 of them at a time. Selection mode, multiple. That's what. Line number 29, 20, 30. Sorry. Line number 31. You add this to the panel or frame. You did that. That's a must. Then you dealing with the copy J button. See, that's what copy. You type copy and a 2 angle bracket to look nice. That's what you see here. See. Then you're going to say, yeah, this button needs to do some action. What is that? Now, button is the one you like to do the action. Button always do action listener. And see, action listener. Not item listener. Item changes. Action listener. Again, this is anonymous class. 1, 2, 3 in one line. Copy J button. I'm going to register the action by creating the object anonymously and overriding the action perform method. What is the action perform? Go to that item. See, go to the get selected value list from the color J list. This is what we are doing. Okay, go here. Whatever people select, then put that into an array and set that to the copy J list. Okay. Now I select black, blue and cyan. What am I doing now? From get selected value list to array. See that? Then new string 0 means you start with the beginning. Yes. So you are creating an array of black, blue and cyan. Then you go and set that to your copy J list. This is the copy J list. That's good. So it's only one line doing all the job. So line number 43. 42 and 43. Go to color J list, get whatever there, convert into an array. Okay, to an array, starting, so array of string, that's what they're saying, because string is the one we need. Then take that stuff and put it into or set to the right side list, which is copy J list. So that is what. Now what? We're going to, yeah, another example. Now mouse tracker frame. Now little more fancy stuff or something, let's see. Yeah, when you go through the panel, see mouse, move that, they're going to check you the location of the mouse. And mouse out, there is a color, mouse in, there is a color. When you see, click, press, all the stuff is happening. It's dealing with the mouse. Okay, let's see what is happening with the mouse tracker frame. Again, if you want that, you need mouse listener, mouse motion listener, and mouse event. Set background mouse panel. So now we have a panel that is that white area to begin with. So now we put that in a border layout. See that border layout. What is border layout? Border layout. Border layout is something like north, south, west, east, and center. Border layout, that's center, see? So put this mouse panel in the center. A status bar, new label, status bar, that's it. You creating a new label, that is this. Bottom, see, that's the status bar. Do you see that? And the south means bottom here. Or when you have nothing in the west or east, it's going to spread. So if you have nothing here and nothing here, if you put only something in the center will take the full area. Same if you have nothing in the south and put something in the center, it's take the full north and south. That's it. But if whenever you have something to add, it's going to take place for that. That's the layout. Now you're going to create a class. This time you're going to create a class, inner classic, mouse handler. When they click on mouse or do whatever, we need this time we have few extra methods to worry. So it's a good idea to create inner class. So don't go for shortcut. This is a good example. And number 36, mouse listener. So mouse listener and mouse motion listener. You have two interfaces. Let's go and see that I'm doing scheduling now. See that 336 emails I need to respond. For the graduate scheduling, I've been doing that. It's crazy, I don't know. All the students asking for classes. So, I have no idea when I'm going to finish this. I have 3 classes today. Maybe don't sleep and do it. Okay. This is the first day. Yeah, you guys doing that. So your registration downstairs, there are somebody doing it. But for graduate class, somehow I am doing it. I didn't know this much, too much job. I say yes. Yeah. No, I'm not complaining, but this one not today. If I get sick or something, big trouble. So I think, oh my God. So I already took care of maybe easily 200 emails. So today it's at like 600. Maybe if you wait, it's going to be popping up. No, I'm just telling you, sorry about that. Yeah, now let's go to, what is that? Yeah, Java. I hope it's going to be done by today or tomorrow. So we're looking for more, see, mouse motion listener. That is about the mouse moving. Okay. Listener interface for receiving mouse motion event on a component. Okay, it's not click. Click is mouse listener. So, mouse motion listener is for. Okay, let's see mouse listener. Did you see mouse listener somewhere? Yeah, I have to type that. Okay, mouse listener. Yeah, this is for press, release, click, enter, exit. See that? That's why you have two pieces. One is for action, one is for going over. Even though you mouse over a picture, sometimes the alt test and everything coming. That's it. So that is the way they did it. Now we go to our code. Are we taking care of both of them? See, since it implements is dealing with interface, you could have multiple interface. If it's a superclass, only one allowed, Okay, it's very, very good stuff. Okay, when you go to mouse listener and mouse motion listener, you have to take care of few methods. Yeah, I'll show you. For example, mouse listener. If you are in the mouse listener, see mouse clicked, that's one method. Mouse pressed, mouse released, mouse enter, mouse exited. So you taking care of all that stuff. See mouse click, mouse press. You must take care of all of them. Even though you don't do anything, you have to put some stuff. And mouse enter, mouse exited. Oh, sorry. That's what happened.
Will you have?
Yeah.
Will
go
we
ahead.
have to do something like this in the lab?
Yeah, there is no mouse action, it's all item change. Item change and, item change, I think so. No, when you hit the button, the answers are
Like the colors one?
Yeah, something like the color one, yeah.
Oh.
For the lab, so please go through the lab 3 help before you start the lab 3. Lab 3 or lab 4?
Lab 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is 2 examples given, one example with 2 version. Understand that? I went through that last class, so go through that before you start the lab. That after Wednesday's exams, okay? Yeah, I need to print the exam. Okay, got it? So this is what, if it's a mouse motion listener, you have 2 methods, mouse drag and mouse move. Okay, I'll go back and see how they did it. Okay, mouse clicked. What you want, when you click the mouse, you go and find the get X and get Y means the location of the mouse in the form. See, now I go over, so there's a move at, that is coming from the move. See, when I click there, you could see pressed. See that? Now click there. So press and click is, when you press, click means what? Press and release. So press down is really click. So when you, that's why click really combination of down and release. So that's the reason. Clicked, pressed, release. Now drag, see, dragging. All that stuff is, they're showing X and Y, that's it. When I come out, the color change. That's it. Get X, get mouse pressed, mouse enter. What are you doing? Mouse enter, what you're doing is you're going to put the X, plus, you're going to set the background to green, see? Green.
Can you change the color?
Yeah, here, yeah, you can put to another color if you want. Blue. That's easy, it's there. The job is just to go and pick whatever you want.
Can we choose multiple colors?
No.
No.
Then you have to mix, see, blue.
Cool.
Multiple color, then you have to use mixing RGB kind of stuff. There are functions there to do it. You could say 3-color mix. You could do that, like set color.
Cool.
That was this example, doing all that stuff, mouse. Again, all this, if you know how to deal with one component, rest of them are kind of same. Now let's go to another one. Mouse details and mouse detail frame. All of them comes with the one with the main method and one with the frame. So here, click the mouse. Yeah, click one time. Left mouse button. If I click right mouse, see? Right mouse. Center mouse. Left mouse. Okay. This time they're checking which button you did. Let's see what is going on. Status bar, you know that. Mouse adapter is the way to do it. Anytime you want to check the behavior of the mouse. Mouse adapter is another class they're giving. Adapter is a class. How do you know it's a class? Because the extend, see that? Mouse adapter. Let's see what is mouse adapter means. It's a class, see? An abstract adapter class for receiving mouse event. This method in this class are empty. This class exists as a convenient for creating listener. Mouse event let you track mouse is press, release, click, move, drag, all this stuff. So they have see mouse wheel, the wheel of the mouse event, and see press, release, rotator. That's it, more features. That's what we use. Okay, if you click, of course, you're going to find the X and Y, then put it there. Event is meta down, that means right mouse. That's the way they decide. Meta down means right mouse. Alt down means middle mouse button, that means there is a middle button. Maybe that roll, huh? And left else. That's what happening here. So you click one time, center mouse button, right mouse button, so you get the left mouse button, center mouse button. Yeah. Depends on the type of mouse. Some mouse have only 2 buttons, really? Left and right. Okay. That's what's happening. Now if you design some game or something, it may be used. Okay, let's go to another one. Painter. Okay, this time you could see put something here. It's not really painting like that, it is really drawing small circles, adding small circles continuously. That's what happening. Drag the mouse over. Let's see how that works. Again, mouse event, array list. Points. Okay, point is a class. Point is a class. You need point to make that. See point. Point represent a location x and y. Point means x and y. That's right. So array of x and y in an array listing, array of x and y. Now you start, a paint panel is the name of the class. Now you're going to do anonymously, see that? Add mouse motion listener. See, new mouse motion adapter. What you're doing there is mouse drag. Each time you're dragging the mouse, look at that. Even that get point. You get the point and call the repaint means do it again. That's it, repaint. Repaint is method belongs to who? Repaint is the method belongs to a panel, isn't it? Yeah, or maybe even frame. So let's see. Maybe then look for repaint somewhere.
Just do Control F.
Repaint, see? It's a part of the component. Because everything is a component anyway. That's what you do. Only 2-3 lines. This will do the magic. You're adding a point. Okay, what is next? The key demo. Again, key operations. Press any key on the keyboard. I type that this key is not an action key. Modify the key, press none. I type HC, T, typing. That's a space, see? So they're telling you. Again, I don't want to help you too much, but you could see how that works. That's a key listener. Key listener is for keyboard. Mouse listener and mouse listener is for mouse. And even mouse adapter is for mouse, because you can do a lot of stuff with mouse. So key pressed is the event. Key pressed. Now you're going to, so the key event going to get the key text, the key code. This is the one getting it. Key released, key typed. All this stuff belong to the key. Now look at this. Line number 9. So you're going to do, instead of creating an inner class, you're going to connect this using line number 9. You're going to say, okay, this is my frame, key demo frame, which extends J frame. You've been using that. This time, instead of you creating an inner class, you're going to say, I'm trying to connect to the key listener interface. Put that. So now you have to override all the necessary methods inside this class. That's what you're going to see, all this method. Key press, key release, key type. All these 3 methods belongs to the key listener. Then you have another method. So what is happening here? So here you go and is action key. Action key means like letters. Enter, space, tab, they are not action keys. That's what action key means. Modifier key may be, yeah, empty. All that stuff. That's what we're going to use it. Control is a modifier, you see? Control, shift. Understand? Modifier key, control. Cap lock, that is not modifier. That's action. Space, space is not action. Yeah, things like that. That happens from this. Okay. What else? Let's go for another one. Flow layout demo. What is flow layout? Go from left to right. See? Imagination. Click is go to the right. There is an event they connect. Okay, flow layout frame. Flow layout. Creating container to set the layout. So you come up with a layout called the layout, see, new. Then set the layout to who? The frame, see? Frame layout. Then you're displaying that, so it's going to be left to right. So we have a action listener, layout set alignment flow to left. That's very good. Layout that layout container. Layout container is where? It's a container. Action perform. Layout container. Let's each visible component takes its preferred size. That's it. Make it size. Okay. Nothing crazy there. Let's see. Border layout. Border layout. And there you have, see, north, south, west, center, east. That's the border layout. So you extend JFrame and implements action listener, you could do that. That's another way to connect the event. Border layout. So you're adding action listener, this means, see now, line number 29, see that? You are adding action listener to this many buttons. How many buttons you have? Names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buttons you create on these 5 buttons. Then you're adding action listener to all of them in one loop. When you do that, the position change. It's kind of useless for us, but they're trying to show you that is for that. Okay. That is done by action listener. This means this class. How is the action listener coming? Because this class implements act. Because of this 2 words in the top of that class, you could connect action listener straight using this. Understand? Otherwise you have to have an inner class all the way down, and you have to say add action listener, new action listener, all that extra stuff. That's right. Border layout, make sure you understand, flow means flowing to the right, border means this. Now, next, grid layout, that's a good one. Grid means like a table, see? In this case, it's a 2 by 3. Now it's 3 by 2, see? Now it's 2 by 3. 3 by 2. This. It's a grid. Grid layout, frame. Okay, how you do that? You ask for the grid layout. Of course, you need to import this guy. Then you have some, two of them you deciding. One grid layout for 2 rows, 3 columns. H gap and V gap means horizontal gap and vertical gap. Otherwise, all the components going to be so congested. So here you get some border. Okay. See that the gap. Now see now we have the gap. Now no gap. See that? See, this is 2 by 3. That's what line number. Grid layout 1 is the one using it now. When I click here, 3 by 2, but no gap. See that? That's right. You have the action listener within the for loop because of this line. Action performed. So you're going to change the container to grid layout 1 and 2. And when you click on each button, they have a different toggle is the button doing it. So that's a line, see? So that is the grid layout. Anything else? And now panel frame, panel demo. We never used it, but in this example, for your lab 4 you need panel to make it nice. So your lab 4 is that is showing. That down 4. So you could again, no instructions forcing you to do it. Thank you. You could create maybe 8 panels if you want. Convert from is in one panel. Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin. You could add all of them into a second panel. Then enter numeric temperature another panel. Then that 32 text field is another panel. Convert to is another panel. And next 3 radio button could be in another panel. Then comparable. So then it's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 panels. Understand? Then in first panel only 1 piece. Second panel you have 3 radio buttons like that. So how are you going to add that panel if you have it? You're going to make a grid layout. In the grid layout, you're going to add grid layout with what? How are you going to put the grid? So your grid is going to be how many rows?
8.
8 rows. And how many columns? Just 1. Make sense? So you're going to make a, again it's up to you. 8 rows and 1 column. So here you're going to have text field. text field, see? You type 32 here, you get 0 here. All these panels, panel 1, panel 2, so P1, P2, P3, up to P8 again, that is one way to organize, then it's not going to mess up. Understand? Then all your action listener is coming to this line, the 32, wherever you type that 32, there you get action listener and you're going to pick, check if Fahrenheit selected and select, you have some if and all that stuff to do the math and put the answer on the last text field or label. That's it. All the equations are here, or you could check it online. That's it. Okay, so that is. So if you want to know more about panel, this example will help you. Panel. Frame. Here you're creating one panel. Button J panel. You have an array of buttons. Panel frame. Panel demo. Let's try that. Yeah. Yeah. So you put, let's see. Super panel demo. J panel. Yeah, that J panel you create a layout. See, grid layout 1. So this is a panel. Look at that. This is a panel with a, see, this is only one panel with the grid layout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 by 5. Where is it? Grid layout 1, row 1, buttons that length is going to be 5. Make sense? That's what you do. Then you're going to add them. This is the way button count plus 1, 0 plus 1 become 1. And this for loop is going to add them. And then put border layout south. See, south means in the bottom. You could put north, still going to work. North means it's going to come to the top. Since you asked for 450 by 200, it's coming that shape.
Is this example going to be on canvas?
Yes, yeah, everything is in Canvas, yeah. This is the chapter 26. See, I took out the size, then when you move it, it's still grid layout. See, it's a panel with a grid layout. And now one more example, text area demo. Of course, text area is not like text field. You could type a few lines. Text area frame. Use something like this. You could type a lot of stuff, anything. Then copy. It's going to what is happening.
You have to
Maybe I
select
need to
it.
select, yeah, I need to highlight. Okay, that makes sense. Understand? Let's see how that works. Text area frame. Text area 1 and 2. Copy button. Something like the list we copied. We had some demo file there, example there. So if box is another layout, look at that. Box is a layout too. Lightweight box layout. So you could add that. So you have that. Text area, you put the demo there with 10 rows and 15 columns. 10 rows and 15 columns, that's a size. Then you have a button. When you click on the button, you have that registration and anonymous class. What do you do? Action perform. You go to text 2. Maybe nothing is there. You go to text 2 area 1 and get whatever selected. Get selected text means highlight. See? Then copy. When you highlight, that is the get. If you don't highlight, you don't get it. Makes sense, huh? That's it. Get selected text. Then put it into the other one. Then area. That is your chapter 26 means swing chapter 1.
Can you show us the area where it lets us write into the area 1? You know what I mean?
How to write from
Yeah.
copying. This one. You mean?
Like it lets you write there, right? Right in that box.
Oh, you can write in the right side box.
No.
Oh, if you could write something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you could select it and copy. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, this they put something to begin with. You could even delete all and type yours. You could control all, copy. So that is like a note or suggestion area kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now see lab for help. That is there. Both of them are there. Go and understand that. The lab for help. Then lab for, which is April 9. If you need more time, I could put that. Don't worry about that, because you need to spend some time for exam 2. Okay, that is next class Wednesday. Yeah, I have to tomorrow. I have to. I'm going to see the schedule. I forget. Okay. Any questions? Exam review, use that keyword plus the PowerPoint, but again, that is just some stuff. That's not everything, or that's even just a guideline study. Some students say it's misleading, nothing came from that, because we don't repeat the question or something. It's just a question, yeah, at least you know what are the chapters, that's only